Hi guys, I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. In this video, we're going to talk about how to find out if you have a slab leak in about 15 minutes, and we're going to do it right now.
I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I've been plumbing over 38 years, and I have every master endorsement in the state of Texas. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything you need to know about plumbing. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe so you don't miss anything.
So guys, as you can see, I've just got a few tools in my hand. I've got hoses and test balls and pumps for stopping up the sewer line to do a leak test. And then I've got a gauge and a wrench to shut off the meter. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to show you how to determine if you have a leak under your slab on your sewer line or your water line. These are things you can do. Now you may want to call a plumber, but I'm going to show you how it's done right to determine if you have a leak under your slab. Okay, so as you see, I have a brand new hose here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get it ready to stick down into the sewer to make sure that we don't lose it. So what I have here is a 3-4 test ball. So this will go into 3-inch, but it will also swell up big enough to test 4-inch. And the very first thing that I'm going to do is take out the Schrader valve. I don't want to stick this down in the sewer and have it get caught up and me not be able to get the test ball out. So if I remove the Schrader valve, I can make sure that when I let the air out of the other end of the hose, it comes completely out. Also, while I've got my tool out, I'm going to go ahead and check and make sure that this Schrader valve is in snug so it doesn't leak. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my test ball that now has nothing in it to stop the air. I'm going to put Teflon tape on it because I want to make sure that when I attach the hose to it, it doesn't leak here because I don't want to lose my ball in the middle of the test. So now that I have that on, I'm going to take the chain off because I'm going to stick this down far enough that this chain is not going to help me out. Now don't get me wrong, if you think there's any chance that you can lose it, you may want to take the big ring off and attach some wire or something to it to make your chain long enough that it'll come all the way out. So now that we've got the chain off, we've got the threads Tefloned up so they won't leak, now we're going to put it together, and you want to make sure you've got it tight enough that it's not going to come undone. Now one thing that I will teach you, anytime you're pushing this through a fitting and you've got to twist it, you want to make sure you twist to the right because you always want to make sure your threads are trying to get tighter. If you get into a spot and you keep twisting it to the left and your ball gets hung up, you can actually unthread it and that'll cause it to leak. Then you may have serious problems down in there. Now let's put it in. So as you can see, I'm at my two-way cleanouts. Now two-way cleanouts or even a one-way cleanout that can go both directions is pretty important when it comes to a sewer test because what we're going to do, we're going to stick the test ball in the cleanout closest to the house because it's directional and goes away. And I'm going to go right between the two cleanouts. The reason that I want to do that is I want to get past this one. I want to be able to fill it with water, but I want to be able to look down in the other one and make sure no water is running by there. Those of y'all that have seen me know I don't tighten up my cleanout caps because if my sewer ever backs up, I want these to just come right off. So let's stick the test ball down in there. So now that I've got it right where I want it, we're going to hook it up and get ready to pump up the test ball. $40 pounds. And we always test to make sure it's not leaking. Okay, so now we're just going to fill it with water. So the water test is a little bit easier. Really, all we've got to do is put a gauge on the system, make sure it doesn't leak. See what the pressure is? Now we'll go to the meter and turn it off, give it 15 minutes and see what it does. Then we'll get back over to the sewer and pull that. Now why do we do the sewer first? Because we don't want to put this test on, then try to fill the sewer and lose this. This way here we can do both tests at the same time. Saves us time, saves our customers money. Welcome to Texas. As you see, we got fire ants. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in here real quick. We've already got the gauge on. We've already got the sewer full. So we're ready to finish off our water test. So what we're gonna do, shut it off. And guys, I've got other videos where I show you how to shut off the water to your house. I know that you've checked those out. If you hadn't, you need to. But right now, I'm gonna get out of the ant bed and go watch my test. Wait about 15 minutes and we'll be ready. So as we can see, 15 minutes later and we haven't lost any pressure. Guys, you want to make sure you're doing a sewer and water test for all your buyers that may be buying homes for your friends, or if you think you're ever going to buy a home. Sewer water test can save you thousands of dollars down the road. That's why we recommend to every realtor we work with. So now that our 15 minutes are up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one off and we'll get ready to pull that sewer test. So guys, if you've got a sewer leak, that water level would have dropped. So now we're letting the air out so we can let the water out, but don't let a plumber run a camera down your system and tell you that you do or don't have a leak. He doesn't know anything for sure till he does a water test. And now we can hear that water going down the drain and everything's draining like it's supposed to. The reason that we do this, putting the test ball in and blocking this up creates a clogged drain. We create a clog right there between the two cleanouts. And then we bring the water level up. And people say, well, why would it matter if the sewer line leaks a little bit? Well, if your sewer is ever partially clogged and every time you flush it and it keeps filling a little bit, that can leak out below it and that can lead to foundation problems. So guys, that was a really easy 15-minute test to determine whether we had a leak on the sewer or the water line. That may have taken just a little bit over 15 minutes. I mean, we had to fight the fire ants, but other than that, we got the sewer line full, we got to watch it, we got a gauge on the house, got the pressure right, turned the meter off, watched everything for 15 minutes, pulled the test ball, pulled the gauge, turned the water back on, everything's good. Guys, if you know anybody buying a house or you're thinking about buying one, a sewer water test is critical. It can save you thousands of dollars. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber, and we'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.